All right, I wanted to do a quick, very high school level style experiment here that you guys already know about chemistry and physics, but I wanted to apply this concept to how cell membranes work. So we already talked about this in class, that we know that different tissues don't mix well together. And this could be analogous here to what we see inside the cell. You can think of the water that I place here as your cytoplasm. And then, as we know, we have the cell membrane, which is the bilipid layer made out of, well, two layers of lipids. And then, of course, because water and fat don't mix, you're going to see a clear separation between those two tissues. Now, in order for us to create effective change inside the cytoplasm of the cell, things have to cross the cell membrane. So there's a couple of different ways that we can create change inside the cell, in the cytoplasm. And there's going to be basically two different ways that hormones are going to create that change. I have a couple of different size kernels here. And what we're going to see is that if something that is not made out of protein, it's not made out of fat, like your bilipid layer, they are not necessarily going to make it through that membrane. So they're going to stay there, and with that not being able to create change inside the cell. But if I were to, before pushing that kernel in, mix that with a different type of oil, which is olive oil over here, and were to drop that in, you see that that kernel would make its way through. And right now it's just kind of pushing on one another, and there you go, it made its way through. Now, the reason why the second one made its way through is because it was coated around a layer of fat. Fat mixes with fat, even though they're not the same type of oil. So the two ways that hormones are going to be able to create change within the cell is if they are made out of cell fats themselves, we call them steroids, or they're going to have to bypass the membrane via channels, which is going to be the case of peptide or protein-based hormones. They're going to have to open channels before any change can be made inside the cell.